G'day watchers, welcome to Perth Watch, your horology channel broadcasting from right here in Perth, Western Australia. Today I have this piece from Pagani Design, a very popular, looking watch I think, and let's go into the details of what this Homage is. I've gotten rid of the packaging for this review. I think most of you guys don't give a toss about the packaging anyway, but if you're interested, check out one of my older reviews for how the packaging is. If you're interested in the spin rating, it's typically about 4 out of 5, the cardboard box that these usually come in. Now, as I checked it just then, under 70 USD for this watch, which is stonking value, astounding value. But apparently the usual price is maybe around 120, but I suspect they are almost always on sale. That currently I paid, it was 95 Aussie dollar bucks, and even with exchange rate, it is stonking value, I think. Okay, now movement wise, not going to spend a lot of time on this. This is none other than what you can guess without even looking. It's the Seiko NH35A. Now in this case, in terms of the accuracy, it's on the outer limit of what I find to be not irritating. It's on the borderline. It's plus 10 seconds per day, which I can kind of just live with, but any much faster than that, I probably open it and regulate it to better accuracy. Okay, in terms of the case then, of course, this, if you don't know already, is the Rolex Yacht-Master. That's what it's homaging. I'm going to put the watch side by side, here in case, there's any doubt at all. I don't know why anybody would doubt it, but it's a Yacht-Master homage, no question at all. Now, case design completely taken from the Yacht-Master. It's got a 40mm case, right? That's what the bezel measures. That's what the case is, described as. It's in kind of this gold look. I assume it's PVD. They haven't actually stated. Of course, it's not going to be gold like Rolex will be, or Rolex, whatever their pretend pink, super 18 karat proprietary alloy. They make up their stuff here. Rolex, they call it. It's just a pink gold. 13mm in terms of thickness. And in this case, it's actually got 21mm lux. Now, as far as I can tell, the real thing has 20mm lux, but if I'm mistaken, please let me know. Why have they done 21? I suspect they probably just copied Rolex. Anyway, Rolex like to irritate us with weird stuff like this. Some people like to say they can tell 21 versus 20. I think most of those guys are just pretending they can tell the difference. It's very difficult, I think, 1mm. Lug to lug distance, 48mm between my thumbnails there. And I'll put the weight down below because I haven't quite measured it yet. In terms of finishing, right, polish, coinage bezel. That's really what you're dealing with here. Long brush on the top of the case, polish on the sides. Again, this is all copying the Yacht-Master. Circular brushing on the back. And you got that screw down display case back. I do ask the question, why bother putting a display case with this movement? Probably better to give us the oyster back that San Martin kind of does with. Screw down crown, screw down side crown. So we're getting a 100-meter water rating here, which is fine, everyday watch type of rating. And that's what you're getting for this particular case. Moving on to the dial then. So I believe the real thing is a matte dial, kind of textured dial. This is actually more of a subtle sunburst black dial. It's got printed details like Rolex does, in that gold print, and it's got applied gold colored indices. Rolex will give you real gold. This is of course not going to be real gold, but it's got that 11 indices missing the window where the date shows you there. The hands are of course Mercedes hands in this watch. It's got China Lume on the user spots. I say China Lume because I'm not sure whether it's super luminova. It probably isn't, but I'll put a Lume shot, of course, for you guys to see how it looks like in the dark. It glows mostly through the night, not quite all the way through the night, which probably means the application isn't super thick. But what do you expect for 70 bucks? Okay, moving on to the crystal then. So sapphire crystal, simple flat sapphire as per the real thing. In this case, it does come with a magnifier, which I want to say it looks bigger than 2.5 times, which is what the official one should be. My grandma, what big magnifiers you have there. All the better to hopefully see this date with. In fact, sometimes I feel it's even a little bit too big, but let me know what you think about the magnification over here. In terms of the bezel, right, it's got that black ceramic insert, matte on the bottom, polished at the top. Again, copying the Yacht-Master, absolutely no question. It is, it's 120 clicks, unidirectional, unlike the bi-directional that the real thing should be. So that's a bit of minus here. Right, not very loud, and there's a bit of backplay. So not premium feeling, definitely not like the real thing, but looks-wise, I reckon 99% of the real thing. Okay, strap-wise, Rolex describes some sort of super titanium space alloy blade that will, cut through diamond or something. This one doesn't have a blade inside there, no super alloy, but it does have quick release bars. It's just a simple black textured silicone rubber, but it's not bad. Actually, that's pretty good. Doesn't actually attract any lint at all, actually, you can see in the photography here. And it's got match brush hardware. Nothing too special. Of course, you're not going to get the Rolex clasps with glide lock or anything like that. It's just a very simple thing, not like the oyster clasps that you get in the real thing. But hey, it functions absolutely fine. And that's the entire description of the watch. Let's slap it on the wrist now for a wrist shot for you guys. And there we have it, the Pagani Design Yacht-Master, on my 17 centimeter wrist. So remember, 40 millimeter watch, 48 millimeter lug-to-lug distance, and only 13 millimeters thick. All that very much an oyster case type of measurement, and that's how that silicone rubber looks on my wrist. And it's very comfortable, I have to say. That's not thanks to Pagani, that's the stolen design, but that's just how it feels. Perhaps they had some credit in terms of the rubber that they choose to make this strap. Okay guys, so that's my description. What is good about this? Well, you can buy it, right? Not like Rolex, who won't sell it to you. You can actually buy this. That's one thing. That's one thing that a lot of people hate about Rolex. Look, it's a great value homage from Pagani Design. Another great value homage. They really are pushing the boundaries, in terms of the fit and finish of their product. It's got sapphire. It's got a very nice ceramic insert. I have to say, this bezel, they've really outdone themselves. This is, I wonder how much more the real thing is better. It's not going to be much better than this. It's very sharp, very sharp looking, very nicely done, I have to say. NH35 movement, of course, just a standard workhorse. A pretty nicely done strap for what you are getting, I have to say, with quick release bars. Of course, the looks are completely stolen, but it does look good. Black and gold, for me, in my opinion, really usually looks very nice. And it's comfortable, as I've said, very comfortable watch to wear. But again, no credit to Pagani for those things. All this for under $70. I think this is absolutely stonking value. It lets you kind of try before you buy, in terms of the rough look of what a Yacht-Master might be on your wrist. You get a feel. Certainly it's not the same weight, it's not the same premium feel, but hey, if you're going to buy the real thing, why not buy this to try it out first? And you're going to open up a debate, should you ever buy the real thing, which is like 50,000 Aussie dollar bucks or something ridiculous like this versus something that's under 100, right? How many times more is that? 500 times price. What are you really getting? Of course, people who know what you're getting, but a lot of people, when I talk to them, they can't really verbalize it why they might buy the real thing. Weaknesses, what can you criticize? I would say the main thing I would say that why bother putting a display back? It's just an Bosch NH35. Might as well copy San Martin and do the oyster steel, oyster screw down type of case back. And better than San Martin, give us some nice logo decoration, Pagani's shield, something, something better than the display back, which we don't really need. And the main thing, of course, is an homage, which not everybody will like. It's absolutely an homage. You will always be asked by people who know whether it's real. If they don't spot the Pagani design there, they will ask you if it's real. And if it's not, you tell them. It might start up some interesting conversations. Even if you have the real thing, right, you're going to be asked, is that a real Rolex? And same question, same effect. So you guys, that's really my thoughts on this. Let me know what you think. I think it's a gorgeous looking watch. The quality is great. I mean, the only weakness really in terms of the fit and finish is the bezel has a bit of play black, right? But everything else, they really are pushing ahead, Pagani Design. So thank you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Look forward to the discussion. Thank you for joining me on this. I will see you guys next time.